When I was young, about 9 or so, something happened that changed my view of the world. I'm not even sure to label this occurrence as a supernatural experience or trick of the mind, to be honest, but maybe if I get it out of my system, I'll stop thinking of it, thinking about what could have happened if she weren't there to save me, if she weren't there to warn me what was to come. 1938. December 30th, 2013. I couldn't sleep. I don't know why this was, but I couldn't. Maybe it was because everyone else was and I being the only one awake, or that my 7-year-old sister was snoring above me in the bunk bed we shared. I wasn't sure. After keeping up on sleeping, I decided to study my room. It wasn't big or fancy or anything, probably small compared to others. The white walls looked scrolled with ice cream strips at night, but blue washed because of the curtains that covered my window. The window was next to my bed, and from there I was laying. It was all I could see. I had a little walk room, valuable, between the TV and the bed, which was littered with toys as if a rhino had plunged through Toys R Us. I bet that if I stepped off my bed blindly, I'd twist something. Behind me was the closet. I didn't like the closet that much. The 9-year-old in me was still scared of the boogeyman. And that's why I slept to my back to it, as if to say, "Try your hardest, Boogie, you can't scare me." But really because if I faced it, I would imagine things coming up. The door was rarely used anymore, always cracked open slightly from a day's play. If I focused on the crack, the room got darker, colder too, it seemed. I would be paralyzed by anxiety, waiting for the boogeyman to jump out and drag me into his lair. I could imagine dark, slimy claws slowly reaching from the crack of the doorknob. That is when I'd shake my head, willing for the nightmare to be over. When I looked back, it was normal. No darkness, no coldness, no hand, no boogeyman. That wasn't the reason for my restlessness tonight, though. I still couldn't point out the source of it yet. My gaze wandered over to the door on the wall with the TV. It was wide open like always, with a clear view of my brother's room. I was scared of the dark back then and also kept with the bathroom door open and the light on. Somehow the yellow gleam soothed me and lulled me into consciousness, but tonight it was only a nuisance. Why can't I sleep? I asked myself. Why am I still awake? I wasn't a normal 9-year-old. I was what my mom called a metsalida. I thought all the time and read books all day. Books that 5th and 6th graders would read only in school for fun. My dad asked us kids where we wanted to go. I yelled, "Library! Library!" I didn't even have a bookshelf filled with overflowing books right in the door of the hallway. The books on the case were mostly R.L. Stein, Goosebumps books, which I never really read. I said I love creepy things, but had only read 1 or 2 Goosebumps ever, even if I had 2 shelves of them. During all this thinking, I was interrupted. Someone said something that made the wheels on the train of my thought squeal to a stop. I looked around, above my sister, back at the closet, out the door into the hallway. Nothing was there. It looked the same as always, and that is why it scared me. I was hoping it was my mom, but that whisper didn't make any sense. It didn't even sound like her. The voice was definitely a woman, raspy though, airy in quality. What it said was clear. I shot up in my bed. "Hello?" I called, scanning the room. Nothing looked out of the ordinary, but I felt as if there was something in the bathroom. I knew the story of Bloody Mary and feared the worst. I knew she was not real, but I couldn't help calling out, "Uh, Mary?" No answer. I was shaking. I didn't want it to be true. I didn't want to believe what I just witnessed. So I didn't. I closed my eyes and took a breath. There's no such thing as Bloody Mary. What I've heard didn't happen. Ghosts are not real. There is no such thing as Bloody Mary. I kept that little chant up as I settled myself back in bed. There is no such thing as Bloody Mary. There is no such thing as Bloody Mary. Before I knew it, I was out like a light. All restlessness was forgotten. A couple days later, I had forgotten the voice. We were playing in my room. My sister jumped on the top bunk, and I watched the wooden board spin after each touchdown. "Hey, Savannah," she giggled. "Did you know that this is really fun?" She smiled. "Lexi, you're crazy. You're gonna bunk your head." The plank closest one to me, the one right above her head, seemed to be bending the most. I watched that single board, studied as it went from straight to arch and back again. And at that moment, something twisted inside me. It was as if fear replaced my blood, surging through my veins at top speed. I had to get away. I had to leave. I had to escape, or I'd die. My breathing got heavy. I knew it. I knew it. It was inevitable. I was going to die right here. My sister was still jumping on the bunk above, giggling with every bounce. How could she? I was going to die. Something was going to happen. I knew it. And she was laughing? How could she? She didn't care. She always hated me. She didn't care if I died. She would be the oldest if I died. She wanted to kill me. I was so angry. I wanted to kill. I wanted to kill her. I wanted blood and death. No. The words came deep inside, telling me to stop. It wasn't angry. I wasn't angry. I was scared for my life. My feet moved themselves before I could act upon my own will. I was out from under the bed. I heard wood splinter, my sister scream, then silence. I was afraid. What just happened? Was she okay? Did I cause this? I didn't want to look. Not wanting to see her mangled body in a pool of blood, I felt tears come to my eyes then. "Oh my gosh, Savannah, that was awesome. Can I do it again?" I turned around. Lexi? She wasn't dead, she was alive. I was relieved. The top bunk was split at an angle, where it cut from the bottom being where my head was moments before. My blue angel pillow was crushed. I slowly, carefully made my way toward it. My fingers closed around its sides and gave a slight tug, then another. Then I was pulling it. No matter what I did, it didn't budge. It was stuck. I knew if that had been me, I would have died. I remember the voice then. The voice of Mary. The one who scared me days before. She had warned me of this moment. It made sense now. Of all the words she could have said, this one had made me understand. That one word playing in my mind. I said out loud. My voice is eerie as Mary's.
Downfall.